2016. Thanks so much for coming down. There are difficult times at the moment, and as you know, not everyone's survived, not everyone's surviving. I'm pleased to say we're here still, thanks to the commitment of our funders, the City Council, and the Arts Council especially, and big thanks to this guy here, Chris By, who's been really supportive of us over the last year and a half to see us forward over the next 3 years with our increased funding for next year, so that's really good news.
You started the first jazz festival 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
And now you're on this one, so we can expect to see you in 2000 and
I really hope so.
something.
That would be great.
Big Bang, which I'm a Big Bang virgin,
Right.
so tell me about Big Bang, and I've seen the personnel, and tell us about the personnel and the genesis of the band.
The genesis of the band, it started up, I just done a big tour with this guy called Ike Willis, who used to play in Frank Zappa's band.
Yeah.
About, I think, in 1993 Frank Zappa died, so we did this tour. Coincidentally, Frank Zappa died just before we went on tour, which was brilliant for like ticket sales, you know.
Not so good for Frank.
Not so good for Frank, and I didn't know much about Frank at the time, so they just got me because I could play the keyboards and sing. But I learned a hell of a lot about Frank on a 3-month tour.
I bet you did.
And when I came back, that was the inspiration. It was Frank Zappa's last touring band.
Right.
And in every way, really, it kind of freed me up musically a lot, because anybody who knows Frank Zappa stuff, he'll try anything.
He can take from everywhere, can't
Yes,
he? And
exactly.
all those influences,
Yeah.
from Varese to rock and roll to dirty stuff to jazz.
The main thing was that about the Zappa band was the same as the horn section. Zappa's last band there was 5-piece horn section. I love the sound of that horn section. Quite a low sound, only one trumpet, trombone, alto, saxophone, tenor saxophone, baritone saxophone.
Yeah.
So it's quite a buzzy kind of sound, quite low end. I really like that. So that's the thing that I really carried across to my band.
Let me just congratulate the team on producing an exciting, diverse and sometimes challenging programme that will surely be a highlight of this year's events calendar. I do hope that you will all try to get to as many concerts as you can, and please do spread the word amongst your friends, family and colleagues, because beyond the city they need to know what goes on here. Manchester is a real jazzy place, and I hope you agree for the next week or so.
This lineup, it sort of crystallised the lineup in the last kind of few years into my sort of #1 choice, if you like. So I just picked the guys that I absolutely wanted, and these are the guys.
These are them.
There's a lot of variety in our performance, I think. Musically, I always like to think about the set as a composition, like with
Yeah.
a big band. I like to take people on a bit of a journey, you know.
Exactly.
What do we aim to do at MJF, and what are we trying to do over the next few years? We're trying to be bigger and better every year. In other words, offer more music to as wide a variety of people as possible. And we have kept many of our concerts free, if you didn't already know that, and that is quite unusual and probably very helpful to some people in this current economic climate. Provide an amazing amount of new music by an ever-changing group of musicians, many of whom either live in or are from the Northwest. But we also support a number of young up-and-coming musicians, as the Lord Mayor's just talked about, at the beginning of their careers. So we're quite an unusual jazz festival compared to others, and we don't rely on big names. You know, we're trying to be a bit different.
Well, we're really looking forward to it. This is 2011. Add 16 at 2027. So I'll see you back in
I'll put it in my diary.
2027, July the 27th.
Yes.
Okay, we'll make it. I shall be 80 something. Let's hope I
That's
can make
gonna be
it
good.
down. I'll come in the Zimmer frame. And probably so will you by that time. Yeah, good. Well, thank you very much for telling us about it, John. And see you next Saturday to end the Jazz Festival, more or less. The Manchester Jazz Festival, folks. Be there or be square.